Okay. You know, you got all these whiny ass news, leftist news, fake news, that are whining, and politicians, that are whining about Trump building a ballroom on the White House. Oh, he demolished the East Wing. You do know that the East Wing basically was just offices. Over the years, there has been so many, over the years, there has been numerous additions to the White House. There has been stuff tore down. One of the presidents completely gutted the White House to redo the interior, and lived across the street in a hotel. I don't know if it was Roosevelt, I believe. So anyway, there's been so many things done to the White House with taxpayer funds. Now Trump is paying for the ballroom out of his own pocket and donations. So no taxpayer funds are being used for the ballroom. Then, so people are really whining about that. So we can invite his rich friends. When dignitaries come to our country and they put a dinner on at the White House, those dignitaries are outside on the lawn under tents with porta potties. You have the king of Egypt over here. Oh, you got to use the bathroom? There's a porta potty out there. Use that. That's actually what is happening. And that's ridiculous that you have foreign dignitaries and you're telling them to use an outhouse, basically a porta potty. That's nuts. Abuba Baba spent $241 million on a basketball court. Yeah, you heard that right. Taxpayer money so he could play b-ball. And he leveled the Roosevelt, I believe it was Roosevelt, he leveled the Roosevelt Garden. Did anybody whine that he was tearing up the garden and destroying it? Trump moved a few rose bushes and oh my God, he's destroying the rose garden. Rose garden is still there. So it's ridiculous that all the bullshit. In the press conference the other day, there was 9 questions about the ballroom. Only 2 questions about the prisoners, you know, in Palestine, you know, letting the prisoners go. There was only 2 questions on that. So people, the fake news, they don't care about any of that. They just try to make Trump look bad any way they can. But anyway, the ballroom isn't costing the Americans a dime. And then they're like, oh, well, it keeps going up in price. Yeah, because things change when you're doing something that big. And once it's done, they'll be able to have foreign dignitaries come in for dinner and be inside the White House. And from the drawings, it looks like it's going to be an awesome ballroom. But, okay. But anyway, shut up about the fucking ballroom. Nobody cares. It's not coming out of taxpayers' funds. You should have bitched about Abuba Baba's basketball court and leveling the Roosevelt Garden. How about that? You should have bitched about that. But they don't, you know. Anyway. So anyway, that's the truth on the ballroom. It's not costing the taxpayers a dime. And all he tore down was the East Wing, which were mostly offices. Right? So quit whining. There was nothing special about the East Wing. And other areas have been demolished. Also, during remodels, you had, put in a swimming pool. Then they filled it in with concrete. Now it's called the press pool. You had a bowling alley put in. It's no longer there as far as I know. You had a bowling, but you know, there's been so many things over the years done to the White House, and nobody ever complained. But because Trump's building a beautiful ballroom, so dignitaries don't have to use porta potties and have dinner out in a fucking tent on the lawn, they're whining about it. It's just ridiculous. Shut up. Quit fucking whining. You know, it's just ridiculous. Anyway, if you want to subscribe, hit the little bit in the bottom right hand corner and do something for everybody on here. There's astronomy, there's Tom's rants, there's political, there's powder coating, there's product reviews. So there's something for everybody. Anyway, thanks for watching.